Okay, folks, this is -1S versus the JC team. So we got a Conqueror, Kremlin, Demoy, Galileo, Napoli, Moskva, Daring, Haraguma, Ragnar. And also on the other team we have the JCs have gone to counterattack with the two Kremlins, Napoli, two Moskvas, Stalingrad, two Darings, and Ragnar. This is gonna be an interesting battle, my friends. Anything can happen. Hold on to your seats because this is a pretty big battle. So anything can happen, will happen. But yes, this is pretty full on, mate. So folks, this is actually can be an interesting battle in the long run. Good luck to both teams. So it looks like the Napoli and the Ragnar and the -1S, Haragumo and the Daring are splitting up. Everyone is splitting up to different cap points, so anything can happen. This is potentially a map where you can actually position your DDs into the right spot and locations, if you will, in the map at the beginning. Looks like the JC are taking the approach with the JC, with the Ragnar and the Daring over B cap, and the Daring is going to Charlie. Interesting gameplay. Remember that the -1S actually has done very well for the previous matches I've streamed with them, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare in this next battles. So, hang on. But yes, anything can happen. Alright, so this is actually an interesting gameplay right here. Alright, so we got an interesting battle gameplay right now. So anything can happen, will happen. Look at this. This is like the JC Stalingrad is actually moving around the corner here. It looks like we're hitting with the Daring and also the Galileo and the Kremlin. Moskva as well. Let's just see what happens. Oh, Ragnar is that coming into play here? I don't know. This is actually an interesting gameplay. Oh, what's going on here? What is going on? I don't know. I can't tell you. But this is interesting gameplay. But look at this. The Ragnar is actually opening fire at the Daring, and then there's also a lot of fire support from the Napoli and also the Kremlin and the Moskva coming at the Ragnar. Ooh, anything can happen here. But it looks like there's nothing going on over in Bravo, and Alpha is actually, you know, just hanging back. What is the gameplay here? This is what I want to see. So basically, I don't know for sure. The Ragnar is actually, and -1S is actually in trouble here. Okay. He's playing it safe, and he's in between the torps. Okay. Alright, so anything can happen here. So this is actually pretty full on. I don't know about you folks. I mean, like, I don't know who is going to win this match. It could be either -1S or it could be Ragnar. Oh, it's not Ragnar, JC. So let's just see if we can put up a poll here. Okay, so who will win this match? It'll be like, you know, -1S, or is it JC for this round? So let's just start the poll right there. Alright, good luck. Good luck, folks. So it's like, we'll see what happens here. It's like anything can happen, will happen in this match. Oh, look like the torps going to Demoy. And the torps are successfully dodged. But yes, this is actually intense in either way, the Daring and also the Kremlin. Alright folks, this could be either way. I don't know about you, but this could go either way. Looks like the Ragnar and JC and also the Moskva are focusing fire on the Haragumo -1S. -1S is actually kiting from B cap and actually taking the opportunity to get away as much as they can. Look like there's nothing happening going on here over in the far side over in Charlie, except Daring is taking the opportunity to capture there. Ooh, okay, okay. So there's a lot of gunfire going on. Yep, there's a lot of gunfire going on over there. It looks like the -1S Daring is actually kiting the Daring on the JC team in the Kremlin. Wow, okay, this is interesting. They're actually making a big push here on both sides. So anything can happen, will happen. Unreal. This could happen either way. Lots of gunfire, lots of, you know, shells incoming on both sides. This is fantastic. Anything can happen, will happen. Wow, this is actually one of the intense matches I've seen. This Kremlin on JC is gonna probably eat at least one of those torps. No, he dodged them successfully. Okay. Let's see what's happening over here, because like it looks like that Bravo, there's no action going on. Charlie, there's actually one cap in place, so it's interesting. Both 1S and also JC have a cap each. Bravo is the breaking point, but -1S are leading points. And look at this, Kremlin is getting focused fight on and has been taken out. Wow, that is a blow to JC. That is unreal. They made a break there. Anything can happen here and moving forward. So unreal, unreal. Wow, there's like Daring's actually fired torps in long range, and looks like anything has happened here, but looks like there's no counter-attack happening by JC at this stage over at Alpha. They decided to fall back, so the Moskva and the Daring on JC have decided to fall back, and that's okay, that's fair enough. Alright, so what's happening over to the other side? Let's see, over in Bravo. The Ragnar and the Haragumo on 1S are actually keeping the enemy in play, but look at these torps, anything can happen here. This is looking very good. But this is slow torps going on here. I don't know what the Ragnar's gonna do. I don't like the look of this. The Ragnar is gonna probably eat both torps. And Ragnar down! -1S has just eaten a torp. 2 torps. Whoops. Okay. That was not. I don't think that went according to plan there. So here we go. Unreal. This is an impressive battle on both sides. I don't know what to say, but it looks like most of the action is now focused over at Bravo. Looks like Bravo is being held quite firmly by JC. Now JC can take it. It's just a matter of, you know, making the move, and as you can see, I mean, like, I can tell that Bravo is not you know, been made a move yet, so anything can happen, will happen here. Alright, so let's just see what happens, folks. Okay, so it's actually pretty full on here, so anything can happen here. Sorry about that, folks. I mean, like, I had a bit of side-on talk going on here. Full on battle in progress on both sides. Napoli is actually moving across the on both sides. So -1S and JC's Napolis are looking at each other. Guns are pointing at each other. Anything can happen. But look at that Conqueror. He's actually moving in casually, and he's got smashed by something. The Kremlin. Okay, he's got smashed by the Kremlin. There's no one over at Sea Cap, so anything can happen. Will happen. Everything is going according to plan here, so it's actually pretty much an interesting match so far. It is intense. Wow, I've never seen so much action in my life here. The JC daring is actually going against the -1S daring, and it's actually pretty intense on both sides. I don't know about you, but anything can happen, will happen at this point in time in the battle. But yes, it's actually a very good gameplay for both teams at this stage. And it looks actually pretty good with the torso going in from both sides. Anything can happen though. Oh, the daring JC is actually really giving a bit of a belting. So anything can happen though. Oof, oof, oof. Alright, so okay, just give me 1 second, folks. We are just in the middle of hanging in there at this stage. Wow, that's unreal. This is actually an interesting move for both teams. I mean, like the daring on JC are actually getting hammered on both sides, so they're focusing fire now. The cruisers are focusing fire on the Moskva, and anything can happen though. Oh! Then two Napolis have collided on the far side, leaving it exposed. So both -1S and also, I don't know, they didn't collide. They actually just got one-shotted. Interesting gameplay. Okay, that was interesting. I did not catch that properly, but that was an interesting gameplay for the two Napolis. There's a lot of torps coming over here. But yeah, that's unreal though. That's unreal. But hey, I mean, like, we're actually making some good progress on both sides at this stage. Wow, that is unreal. I cannot believe what I'm seeing, folks. I mean, like, both teams are really going at it head to head at this stage, and anything can happen on both sides. Looks like over in the middle of Bravo, I mean, like, they finally made the move. Looks like -1S have made the move to take the cap over in Bravo. So anything can happen now. So it's actually looking good, you know, for both teams at this stage. Honestly, I think -1S might be able to catch up in the points. So JC is actually playing this cautiously, and it looks like they're still leading caps points at the moment at 680. So anything can happen here. They need to get a kill here, and looks like the Conqueror is gonna have a friend soon. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. I wonder if that daring is actually gonna take out that Conqueror. That's a good question. We'll find out soon enough. Alright, over here was like a bit of a interesting turn of events over at BCAP, because like they lost one DD, the Ragnar. So well, the Ragnar has been destroyed already, so BCAP hasn't been taken yet, and they've been focus firing on the Kremlin, so anything can happen here. What is going on with the interesting gameplay that's happening over with the daring and the Conqueror? Oh wow, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know about this, folks. I mean, like, I can see it happening. I don't know about you. I can see this happening, because like it's gonna be an interesting fight to the finish in this corner here. I don't know about you, but I think it's actually going to be an interesting battle. So it's looking very sharp here. So -1S might be able to take the lead in this battle, but there are torps being fired, and oh my goodness, torps are fired from the Conqueror, and the Conqueror is down. The Conqueror is down to the daring. Damn. Damn. I cannot believe it. -1S is really struggling to gain up their hand here because JC are really fighting back. Wow, this is unreal. I never seen such an intense battle like this before in ages, and I just like cannot believe what I'm witnessing. It looks like that this battle is really taking to a new climax, folks. I mean, like, I don't know about you, but I am absolutely off my seat, wondering what's gonna happen next. Will 1S or JC take the next round? Take this round? So looks like the prediction is -1S. Let's see if you're right. Alright folks, let's see what's gonna happen. So it looks like the Ragnar's coming over to play, flanking the Demoy at -1S. Demoy at -1S is actually making a push towards the Stalingrad right through the rear. This is the moment, folks. Anything can happen here. The Demoy is right there at point blank range at the Stalingrad. Can anything happen? Oh wow, there's been bombs dropped, shells fired, and a ram! Kapow! But an interesting exchange. Oh mate, this is actually unreal. Both sides are actually really pushing hard and to hold the line against either side. So 2 caps are in play. So the question is, what is -1S gonna do? Because they got 2 DDs on the well, 3 DDs on the enemy team on JC moving in play here. So the daring, well, the two darings are still in play, and also the Ragnar. So anything can happen. -1S is actually regrouping and actually noticed that there's a bit of a tight bottleneck going on here. So anything can happen. Oh wait a minute, the Kremlin is making a move. And he's charging at the Harugumo. Harugumo is actually retreating and trying to make a move. So what's left over here? We've got a Kremlin still left in play. And the Kremlin is actually pretty weak. So, I don't know what's going to happen here. Either way, it can happen either way. Hold on to your seats, folks, because like this battle can go either way. Oh, wow. So this is actually a pretty full-on match, guys. I mean, like, I never seen it before. It's tied. It's tied. Both teams are tied in terms of points. Oh boy, anything can happen here. What is gonna happen is someone's gonna make a break. It's either the daring or something is gonna blow up, and you know, it's gonna happen here. Either one way or another. I don't know about you, but I think it's gonna, you know, like be a moment that anybody can take its guess. Oh wow. So the Kremlin and the daring are actually moving to play here. It is actually pretty full on. I don't know. Oh, daring is moving in. Galileo makes an attack on the Kremlin. Galileo is making an attack in the Kremlin, and the bombs have been dropped. And some hits were made on the Kremlin. Not much, but it's a start. So anything can happen here, folks. Wow, there is actually a full-on battle here, my friends. I mean, like, I've never seen so many. Torps been fired all over the place. The daring of JC is actually firing torps towards the Moskva and also the Galileo, and they're both tanking it, and they're both hanging in there. The torps are coming out right at the rear of the teammates. Oh wow, that anything can happen. The Galileo is slowly retreating. The Moskva is slowly moving back and forward. And oh no, anything can happen here. Anything can happen here. Oh, it's so nipping tuck. It's close by a knife edge. The Galileo is down. The Galileo is down. Oh my goodness. And wow, it could go either way, and the shots have been fired on both sides. Oh man, torps are all over the place. Come on. Yeah, the Kremlin is down. Why is 1S is hanging in there? Come on. This is an epic battle. What the heck? Anything can happen. -1S is bouncing back with everything that they got. And the Torps just narrowly missed the daring. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is an epic battle. The daring is actually kiting from the Harry Ragnar, and what the... I just cannot believe what I just witnessed. I think we just confirmed it. It's a tie-breaking moment. And -1S just got in. They just got in. Holy crap.
Watch some TV, and the other hand, I'm like, man, how do these games get any better? How do the games get any better? When it comes down to the wire,
it got so dramatic towards the end there, didn't it?
It did, yeah. It could have gone either way. Flip a coin, man. One single decision could have cost them the whole game. And it could come down to this, right? Like, remember, it's best of 5, not best of 3. So they can effectively win the next game, and then the other team come back in the next 3 consecutive games. And they might slack off. But yeah, let me know what you thought, Rev. What did you think about that game? What do you think was the decisive moment?
The decisive moment game changer was actually towards the last 5 minutes of the gameplay. Anything could happen on both sides. It was just so nip and tuck that everything out there was just like, at that moment, you're just like wondering what is gonna happen when you see the Kremlin's one's gonna go down, or the destroyers are gonna go down, and that's really was a game changer for me when I was seeing it on both sides.
Me personally, I think what cost the game there, or JC, was that Kremlin.
Yes.
I think if they had the HP pool that Kremlin at the end, they might have been able to come up with the win, and they probably would have come up with the win. I don't think it really afforded them any kind of, push forward in the game. So I'm not going to say like shit play or horrible play or he did something wrong. What I'll say is that it was definitely a knee-jerk reaction. It might have actually, him surviving the daring being taken out might have actually been worse than the game went. It could have been a completely different game after that, but that was the game. That was the point where I think the game changed, and that Alpha side was pretty much capped out.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. That because that daring in Moscow was basically left out to hang after that Kremlin was dead. That entire side was characterized by the fact that they needed to run and try and buy as much time as possible. But if they had a Kremlin there, they could have held on for much longer and really maintained that control.
Yeah.
-1 has really leveraged their ability to have safe zones towards the mid game that they could get the B cap. If JC had not lost the Kremlin there, I definitely think they could have held on and really squeezed -1S for points. Because at the end of the day, it is points that lost in the game, right?
Correct, 100%. Yeah. That's it. Regardless of kills, I mean, they still had plenty of ships on the board. It was the points from the daring there. Even if the daring didn't get taken out, they would have lost. Purely because they were being able to crew and contest that Bravo cap, and there was 2 points apiece, and they were closest to 1,000. But that was a points-based game, without a doubt.
Yeah. I feel like -1S is mid-game. There was something weird about it, though. I feel like they didn't leverage the width advantage that they gained from taking out the Moskva. Because you see how they got their... What was it called? They got their... JC got their DDs to push back around south once they realized that both the Moskva and the Golden Blue were stuck on the island over here. So yeah, right here, because neither the Golden Blue nor the Moskva were able to go south, they basically gave up all their width to bow tank the Kremlin over here. And I feel like that could have potentially cost them the game, because it got the Golden Blue killed, right? And a shipped kill is actually really bad for them, in that it swings the points really dramatically in one against them over here. But still, really good games, really close game. Feel like JC messed up at the start, like Dobby said, but really came back, really found some key pickoffs during the mid game that allowed them to stay in the game for so long. Had that Kremlin not beached over there, I feel like they could have got a win out of that as well. So if he didn't beach there, I feel like they wouldn't have been so desperate for points, because it would have been a stalemate. And it's a stalemate which they were happy to maintain.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate. I was just trying to bring up my review screen there, but it seems to bug out a little bit. But yeah, no, I definitely think, this is just, I guess, a sample of how high tier and I guess how similar. Once you get to this, no discredit to the people who play in the, the round of 64, 32, 16, round of 8. But once you get down to this level, it's almost like there's, other than teams like Boar who do something just completely out of the wind, like unexpected.
Left field.
You wouldn't know what exactly, you wouldn't know, left field. It's like the teams are so regimented in their approach. They're so oiled and they know exactly what to do in any situation that it's very close. Like almost like every game comes down to the best of 8 semi-finals, whatever it might be. It's never like a whitewash. So it'd be interesting. So who actually chose that map? So we know that. Let's have a look real quick.
-1S, I think. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think it was -1S.
No, it was JC who actually did it, and -1 is actually elected to go alpha. So that actually comes up for them, which means they choose the next one, which is hot. JC's now on Bravo. So JC's elected to go Bravo, and 1S technically has the upper hand because, I wouldn't say the upper hand, but they won on a map that they didn't choose at their elective first game.
Yeah, well, I guess that's something we, I think you have to... I asked Corrupt Penguin this question on my podcast with him about what is preferred, picking the map or the spawn. And I think it's something that I don't think it gets addressed enough. Kind of the importance of, do you feel more comfortable playing on a map or a particular side of a map? Because you have to have plans for everything, right? But I think it comes down to your clan's ability to execute on all arenas of that map. You know what I mean?
So I agree, mate. So I think for this one, right? So we already know what the map pool is going to be. So there's a select map rotation in the official King of the Seas rules. We know there's 7 maps in total that can be played. And there's always going to be teams that play better on a certain map because that's their gameplay, their style, or whatever it might be. So that's why they'll tend to ban those or do that straight away. So that leaves them with what? Potentially one map that gets banned by the other team that might be their favourite. So they've got 5 maps left. So in my mind, I would rather choose, and I'm not a Unicorn player at all. Just I'm thinking from an analytical, strategic point of view. I would rather choose the spawn than the map, because if you know what the 7 maps are, at least you know which spawn is better off on all 5 of them. It's not like you have a map pool of 15 or 20. There's always going to be, and like you can say to the cows come home that there's, it doesn't matter if there's a better spawn or not. It's still the gameplay that enables the team to win. But there's always an upper hand on a map. You can go into any game, Dota, whatever. You can rotate any single map, any single ship, whatever. One side's always going to have the slight advantage, unless it's a direct mirror.
Yep.
No,
So if you're choosing the map, you want to choose a map that you're pretty comfortable to play either A or B.
Yeah,
because you know you're not going to get the choice.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dobby. Because these maps are not mirrored, there are idiosyncrasies on both sides. And you could say better, you could say worse, but they're just different. So I think you've got to understand what you prefer, either side of the map. I agree with you. I would pick the spawn.
Is there any, is Hotspot one of those maps where it's not mirrored?
Also, the majority of the maps, other than I think 1, or maybe 2. So Hotspot isn't mirrored directly. So I think on the alpha side, there's a if you actually, I'll bring up the map right now on my thing. Give me a sec.
Well, it doesn't have to be a complete mirror, but I think what we're talking about is the idiosyncrasy going to...
So far, so good, folks. We'll just be with you in a minute. JC and 1S are gained online shortly.
Delta cap, right? So look, I'm not talking about tactics at all. I'm purely talking about map layout. So on the Delta side, if you're looking at the Bravo spawn, see how the island on the 789 line or 78 line, correction, 878 line, actually holds more of a lateral flat face, regardless of height. Doesn't matter about that. That provides provides them more cover from south to north.
We're about to pick again.
To south, rather. But I mean, it's not like it's not. But then you look on the inverse on the Alpha Bravo
Alright,
cap.
folks.
I'd say that
Hashtag KOTS, get in
the Alpha
giveaway,
side has more of a
and
flat
we'll be
face versus the
running-
Bravo,
going
which
right
is
now. Okay, hashtag KOTS, get in. Good luck, everybody, because we're about to start this next battle right now. There will be a few people be drawn out in this next one. Get in. There will be like 4 or 5 people getting in.